It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me. I'm Tarot Oracle, and this is my stream. I do the stream, you know. Tiara donated early in the previous stream, and Tiara is first up. Erica, YouTube user Michael Bartman, welcome. Thank you for your donations. Michelle S. Spells. We got Maruta. We got Andrew. We got everybody up in here. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me tonight. I greatly appreciate y'all being here. All right, let's start off. We got donations. Let's do them. Tiara, how is Christian feeling for me? Let's get this done. Let's get a little bit of feelings. Okay, we're going to go over here to the Tarot Tower, by the way. We're going to do the Modern Love Tarot. Makes everybody happy. It does. It just makes everybody happy. So that's why I like it so much. Anyway, Modern Love Tarot coming out early. Ethany is emailing us again. Ethany has me on her email list. I don't get many emails from Ethany, but now I suddenly started doing it. So I don't know. I guess there's some news coming out or something coming out over there. By the way, the Tasty Tarot Kickstarter has been approved. It has been approved, and I will be launching it first thing tomorrow morning. So be sure to get yourself a Tasty Tarot Kickstarter. Get yourself a deck. It is ready to go, and I will be doing that tomorrow morning first thing. So yeah, hopefully y'all are interested. Get you some Tasty Tarots up there. Get on Kickstarter tomorrow morning, and you will see it. Linda, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay, let's see. How is Christian feeling for you? Five of Pentacles. Man, Christian's been up and down with this. Christian's been a little bit confused sometimes. Jamie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Christian's been a little bit up on the ropes. Claire, thank you for your donation. But yeah, Five of Pentacles. Just not been steady, not been consistent. We have a lot of sort of issues getting things consistent in this. That's really how it is, right? We need to be consistent with this. We need to get this at a level where everybody's happy. Everybody's going to be content with it. And Five Pentacles says we're just not there yet. So Kristen's just having some issues with this, getting it done. Not exactly in the main thing. It does get a little bit better, though. The world says things come back around. Opportunities come back around. Things that we thought were just not there, not present, not ready to go. It feels like those come back around and make themselves available. And I think that is the key point here. Making it available, making it something that needs to happen. Because the Queen of Swords says that y'all need to sort of figure this out, right? Start from the beginning, figure it out, figure where it's going to go, how it's going to go, where it's going to be. This needs some level of fine-tuned detail with it before it's ever really going to go anywhere. You just can't pick this up and throw it and hope for the best. I see some fine-tuned detail to figure out where ultimately this is headed. So that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm talking about over here on the Tarot Oracle Show. The next one is Bartman. Friendship with Andrew. Andrew K. See, Andrew. It's not Andrew A. It's Andrew K. Jamie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I was about to say, Andrew, what do you think about Bartman? I mean, you know, that was that, but it's Andrew K. So it's going to be a little bit different. All right, we're going to go with this. I mean, we did a little sunshiny deck for this. And the sunshiny deck is going to be the wheel. I mean, that's just the way it is. That is the way it goes. Jamie Lee, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. All right, a little bit of that. A little bit of things going on over here. We're going to see what's happening. By the way, I'm making more progress on the boat painting. So the boat, I didn't post it to Instagram tonight. I just didn't. I didn't post it to Instagram tonight, but if y'all are curious what the boat looks like, some of y'all are like, what's the boat looking like? It's looking like this. Well, not like, it's looking like this right here. So I got the base coats in. So basically that's what it's looking like. So we got the base coats for the boat, the sails and whatnot. Obviously we need to put all the details in here, but I just needed this to dry because this needs to dry completely before I do anything else with it. But there's the progress of the boat and the sea and all of that other stuff. So in case you are interested or whatever. All right. Anyway, let's see what we got going on with a little bit of Andrew K happening here. Oh, nice. You got the nice cards. You got, I mean, let's hear it for this card. Hooray! You got the nice card tonight. Look at this. We literally have right here The friendship card. That's what I'm saying. That is what we have. Jamie and Yvette, welcome. How you doing tonight? We have the friendship card. High Priestess, what's going on? Good to see you. I mean, this is really, really good. Really good. I mean, this is pretty rock solid as far as I'm concerned. This is like total rock solidness. Six of Cups, it is the friendship card. It is things going well, things being clean, things being pretty much, where we need them to be. Overall, it just looks good. It looks fantastic for you. Five of Wands, though, right? Knight, too. A little bit of an actions, like they're taking different actions than I am, right? Boo-boo, and come on, welcome. But it feels like the Five of Wands next to the Knight of Wheels. They're taking a few little different actions than me. They're maybe not on the same page as me when it comes to activities, when it comes to actions. I think it's going well. Perfect card to start it out with. But just be careful about how y'all going to jive with they do this and you do this differently. Because I think we have a different approaches for how we want to do things or where we want to get things out. So you got to be kind of careful with that and definitely sort of approach that and be sort of open, right? Hey, if you want to do this, then we can do that. If we want to do that, we can do that. We'll sort of trade off and all that because we definitely have a disconnect, as it were, with that. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful indeed. YouTube users got a new manager. Oh my. YouTube users got a new manager. And there's Sarah. Not Sarah from the stream, by the way, but Sarah from not the stream, but Sarah from the work stream. The work stream. How's the manager liking me so far? By the way, look what I have, my friends. Look what I have. Can you believe this? The Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. Now, y'all like, why is he so excited about that? Because look what I did to it. All the pretty borders are gone, but look at this. Look at this. Tarot of the Enchanted Soul looks gorgeous. Looks gorgeous indeed. I've spent a lot of time with scissors, corner cutters, and all this other stuff. I think that we're ready to go with this. We're going to break it open for YouTube users reads tonight. We're going to see what is happening with the Tarot of the Enchanted Soul. Nice and trimmed with that. King of Cups, the Chariot, and the Knight of what? Look at that. Look at how good that looks now that I trimmed it up. All right, King of Cups. Sarah doesn't get excited about pretty much anything. I mean, trying to talk Sarah into being excited about you is just not going to be a thing. It's just not going to be acceptable. King of Cups, so they're kind of checked out from a lot of the activities that people like and, all this other stuff. King of Cups just said, I'm just going to do my own thing. Not going to get excited about anything. Looks basically like that they're just going to sort of see it as, something that happened rather than something that needs to be fully evaluated or anything like that. Chariot, though. They said they like the way you do things. Chariot is just a smooth movement, planned movement, very good feelings with that. I think that's going to be very important, especially when it comes down to getting the work done, making some impressions with that. Knight of Wands says, I need you to keep going, right? I need you to keep doing what you're doing. They like it. Now, they're not going to show it. Be aware of that. Not going to show it. And that's the problem. It doesn't seem like they're very expressive. Not somebody that just sort of gets in there and just, makes it. And they're all like me, right? We just get passionate about everything. They're just not like me. They're not like me at all. But overall, I think they like what you're doing. They want to keep on doing that as well. YouTube users got a tarot throwdown. Oh, my. We got a tarot throwdown. We're going to get that done tonight.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
All right, a little tarot throwdown action indeed. Now we got 3 analysis projects. Which one will I get? One is content analyst, not analysis. Program delivery analysis or work from home demand analysis. All projects are decent, but we're going to see which one gets it. All right, who's going to win this? All right, that's sort of a mix. That's just not good at all. Man, that really looks good. This doesn't look so. Okay, all right. The analyst project, the number one, the content analyst, just looks terrible. It just looks bad. It looks like there's no incentive to do it. It looks like there's not a lot of excitement. It looks like it's just bleh, Just like I could do without it. Let's not come to work. This is one where you regret coming to work. You're just like, I can't believe I came to work today. F this, I'm going home. I don't think that number one, the content analyst is going to be any good for you overall. Program delivery analyst looks hot. It just does. It just looks good. You have a good set of money coming in. You have a decent opportunities. This leads somewhere. And I think that's important, right? You don't want something where I'm just going to do this for 2 months. You want something that leads somewhere, that makes you something, that gets you into a better position. And I think number two, this program delivery analyst gets that happening. I also think you make a lot of good contacts. We got a lot of nice things with this job overall. All right. Work from home seems like there's something there that you ain't going to like. Now, I'm not saying work from home is bad. I'll say work from home is great, but there's something else. It's like they're scamming you. They're just scamming you. They're like, work from home. And like 3 months later, they're like, whoop, everybody come in. You're going to have to drive an hour one way. Everybody needs to, you're getting scammed. You're getting scammed with the work from home. And what I'm telling you now, there's something funky about this, and you don't want to be on the receiving end of the weirdness that is going on there, but something is weird indeed. All right, Erica is next. If the ex-wife takes Lance back to court for more money, will she win? Getting what she wants next time. All right. So Lance is like, look, we're gonna go back to court. Maybe we get a justice card or something like that. If somebody's draining money out of me, I think the Poe knows. I think the Poe is literally on top of this right now. There's something about the Poe right now. There's something very good about the Poe that we need to check out, that we need to understand, that we need to see what's going on, because I think the Edgar Allan Poe has some good insight in this situation for sure. All right. The ex-wife takes Lance back to court for more cash. Will she win? Getting what she wants next time. Let's see what's going on with all that. Oh, man. Jesus. Magician's Star. The Chariot. Oh, my God. The Queen of Wands. Okay. The ex-wife doesn't play around. Pretty clear here. The ex-wife does not play around. She seems to be organized. She seems to know what she wants. She seems to know how to get it. She seems to know how to use the system to her advantage. She's a user. She's a user. You know what I'm saying? Just one of these people that knows how to use the systems, knows how to abuse the systems. Definitely not somebody you want to mess with. Queen of Wands. She seems to have everything together. She's already researched this a lot. She's already gotten prepared for this. She's already ready to go. And you don't really want to mess with her. You just don't want to mess with her. Magician. And the Star. I think she actually is going to drag you into court. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. But yeah, the Chariot. Okay. I think she doesn't get everything that she wants. I think she doesn't. But if she were to take you to court, I do think she gets something extra, a little bit of extra fat cash on there. So you got to be careful with this, right? The Star. It seems to be this is something destined to happen. They're waiting on it. Maybe they've already threatened it, but it seems like something they're just not messing around with. The Magician and the Chariot, as we're moving forward on this, and you got to be very, very careful. So you got to dot the I's, cross the T's, do all the paperwork that you need. I think that's going to be very important indeed, because the Queen of Wands says that you'll easily get in a situation that you're like, oh my, and you immediately regret everything that happened. So she will be taking you to court, in my personal opinion, just based on the tarots. Entertainment purposes only, obviously, but I think that she is thinking about it already and maybe even making plans. She does win a little bit. Yeah, not everything, but she does win a little bit. She knows the system, and that is the problem. This is an abusive person. This is a user, and if you can dodge them, but a lot of times you just can't. When should I expect to hear back from V? All right, we need a timeline as far as V is going on, and see what kind of thing we can get with V. We haven't used a tarot of oppositions in a minute. It has literally been a minute since we have used this Tarot of Oppositions. Let's get this broken down right here and see what is going to happen with all of that, because this looks, whoa, we got a jumper tonight. And by the way, if you jumped in the queue, here's the queue. We got no PayPals. We're over here. We got a little bit of a... we got Jamie Lee, we got Claire, we got Jamie Lee Devils, a High Priest, we got a YouTube user. Right now we're on mic. We're on mic. All right. So we got, we just did Erica. We're on mic. We got double Jamie Lee Claire. We got a High Priestess and YouTube user at the end of that session. All right. What is the jumper? Gotta see. Oh, Nine of Wands. Oh, man, Nine of Wands. Not as defensive. Not as defensive as we were before. Not as excited either. There's a lot of excitement that's just gone. Mike, a lot of excitement that's just gone from V right now. Just not as just hyped as they were, as excited as they were to get that done. Fox Magic, welcome to the stream. But yeah, the Three of Swords. Oh, Three of Swords sort of looking out, not really seeing the emotionally upset thing, a little bit of a justice thing, balancing it out and making it happen. It just feels like that they're not too enthralled, too thrilled about anything right now, about contacting right now, but sort of hearing back, getting the communication out there. The Hanged Man, though, says things are cleaning up. I think they're going to be cleaned up here. Three of Swords being reversed says I do need to get around to this. Not a priority by far, but I do need to get around it, make it happen. Justice, a balancing act with that. I think you're looking at 5-6 weeks. I think you're looking at 5-6 weeks ish, right? You just got two big majors in here, right? You got a Nine of Wands, you got a Three of Swords, you got a couple of big majors. I think you're looking at a few weeks, and that is my opinion for that. So when should you? That is when you should hear back indeed. So I think that's going to be all right. Think that's going to be okay at the end of the day. Jamie Lee wants to know, A's feelings for me, 2 weeks since our breakup. Oh, sorry to hear about that. That ain't no good. That ain't no good. Been 2 weeks. We broke up. What kind of the feelings? Have they recovered? What kind of things happen there? What kind of things would we have in the future? All interesting questions indeed. All right. See what the feelings are for us immediately, sort of on the front end here. Think you're looking at, oh man, breakup being renewed. Six of Wands. Six of Wands on the reverse. Seven of Wands being defensive, being actively defensive. I just think that they're still hung up on something. Now, let me make this clear. Not on every little thing. When you do break up, there's always all of these feelings that are brewing and sort of churning around, and you're just like, ugh. But after a while, those sort of dissipate a little bit. A lot of the things are just not as serious as they were before, not as sort of poignant as they were before. That's where the Three of Swords being reversed kind of is, right? Three of Swords. A lot of healing has taken place. A lot of opportunities feel like that they are sort of revived and whatnot. Six of Wands says it doesn't feel like we still have a connection, but I think overall you still do. I think you're feeling that, right? Charlie Bear, thank you for your donation. I think you literally are feeling right now that there's an active connection here. That's not going to go away. That's never going to go away, right? I think you always have that in your heart, in your mind. Seven of Wands says we're not quite ready to do any feelings on it right now. We're not quite ready to sort of get in back or anything or talk or be friends or anything like that. I think that's more of a 7 to 8 week before you even start the conversation on that. Overall, just let them be for now. I think they still have an active connection to you. They're still holding on to some of the negative aspects of that, though. You just got to put up with that. Got to put up with that indeed. All right, we're going to the next. Jamie Lee's got a double shot tonight. A double shot outlook of the side business, a little bit of the business going on there. You are sitting at home making that fat cash. Making the fat cash is what I'm talking about. Love it. I love it. See, that's you making that fat cash in the side business. You got all sorts of things going on. It's been a minute since we used this deck. Tarot at the end of the rainbow, by the way. Tarot at the end of the rainbow. Charlie Bear and Sunny Truth, let me know what your questions are. Thank you, Sunny Truth, for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. All right. We got a side business. Gonna be good. Gonna be bad kind of things. Jesus, that's hard. That's hard. Side business is a lot of work. It's too much work. It feels like this is a lot more work than you thought it was going to be. This is a lot more invested than you thought you had to invest in this. And I think you're sort of seeing that. You're seeing that now. Stephanie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Claire, you are next indeed. Let's take a peek at the queue. Take a little peek, see at the queue. We got Jamie Double Shot, got Claire, High Priestess YouTube, Charlie Bear, Stephanie, and Charlie Bear again. Rough start to your side business. Rough start, okay? 5 of Pentacles. It feels like a lot of work, not a lot of reward. This feels like something that needs to ramp up and needs to get going. And a lot of times that's the way it is, right? Eight of Pentacles. I just have to do a lot of work into this business. Okay, that's fine. A lot of work into this business. DM, thank you for your donation over PayPal. Let me know what your question is. It just says one question. DM, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you. Yeah, Denise, let me know what your question is. Thank you so much. A lot of hard work. You're going to have to keep working, Jamie. Not a lot of rewards, a lot of hard work, right? It feels like it works out in the end, but man, it just starts slow. So there's your outlook. Just a ton of work. Not a lot of reward, slow results, but the results do seem to come, right? The results do seem to roll in. But man, it feels like there's a lot of effort to get from point A to point B. If you can find a way to sort of minimize the amount of effort being put forward, I think that's going to help you a lot. Just my advice. Claire is next indeed. What is my friend Leslie going through right now? Let's take a peek at Leslie. Let's take a peek at Leslie's life and see what's going on. Because we need to find out what is in their life indeed. Yeah, Denise, question. I got you. Got a Brad question. We got you in the queue. Denise, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. You're looking at Leslie going through a little bit of a 4 of Pentacles. Like, I'm just not sharing things with anybody right now. I'm just not. I'm not sharing anything with anybody. I'm just sort of holding back things. I'm not letting people know what's going on. I'm being very private and secretive, right? The 4 of Pentacles. I'm hanging on to things. I'm just not hanging on for financial reasons, but for personal reasons too. Just not going to share what's going on with anybody. Very sort of touching kind of thing right here. The 2 says that it's almost like they met somebody. They met somebody new. And it's so interesting too. Could it be love? Could it be this level of comfort? Could it be this level of sort of a friendship? It feels like they met somebody important. CJ, welcome. It's been a minute. How you doing? Good to see you, CJ. We got another PayPal from CM. CM, thank you so much I appreciate your PayPal. We got you in the queue. All right. Feels like they met somebody important, and they ain't sharing this with anybody. I don't know why. But could be a situation where they just don't want anybody to know. Basically, what you kind of said, just don't want everybody to know. But they met somebody important, and I think that's going to be good overall. I mean, the Empress is so good after the 2 of Cups. Is so good. That combo is so nice. I really wouldn't just hold my breath for them and be all stressed. Just let them go. Let them go do their thing. Let them develop how it is and all of that other stuff. Back to the Tarot Tower we go. By the way, 80 decks of cards. I know y'all come here for the Tarot Tower. That is what it is. And if you like that Tarot Tower, because I spent a whole 2 hours making it, hit that like and sub. It lets YouTube know I don't suck. Grave, what's going on? Good to see you. How you doing tonight? All right. We got Leslie. Leslie's covered. We are up right now into the High Priestess She-Wolf. High Priestess wants to know, how will the interview with Fidelity be? Because Fidelity, they're all about investments. I mean, get in there. Maybe they just hand out the free cash or something. I mean, it's an investment company. Might as well hand out the free cash while I'm in an investment company. That's what I'm talking about. That's what more Linda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. High Priestess. You may walk into Fidelity and you get like, 20 grand in stocks for free or something. I mean, so we want to be in there. Oh, my Queen of Coins. That looks really nice. Hanged Man Knight of Swords. I think the interview goes pretty clean. I like the interview process. I really do. I like it a lot. Okay. Knight of Swords has a lot of movement, a lot of activity. We got to get somebody now. We need somebody immediately. Hanged Man. You're going to get knocked off course in the interview. Don't let it just devastate you. What I mean by that, like they'll get a series of questions, you're like, I have no idea. They'll get another series of questions, you're like, I have no idea. And all of a sudden you just feel incompetent. You just don't do that. Don't feel like that. Queen of Coins says you got a solid grounding, a solid good kind of thing coming in. And I think you're very well qualified for the job. And Knight of Swords, they need somebody quick. They're kind of looking for people. They need somebody quick. You're a good candidate. I think you got a great chance. Just don't let the interview process knock you off course, because they will. They have a couple of the loaded questions where you're like, ugh, what kind of question is that crap? Just be careful. Yeah, be careful, be calm, be cautious, and you're going to go in there. You're going to make the grade. Queen of Coins doesn't mess around. That's a rock solid interview card. Like that's you with stability, that's you with knowing what's going on, that's you being prepared for it. And that is just rock solid overall. You got to admit. All right. Anyway, YouTube users got a question about N, and then off to PayPal we go. We got Denise, we got CM up in the queue tonight. All right. This is looking great. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate that. I don't want N anymore, but I'm lost without him. I feel weird and empty, but I'm oddly at peace, and I won't revisit him anymore. How is he feeling? Well, there's an interesting aspect for that. That is interesting indeed, because it is a matter of how much we are willing to tolerate. And you're at that point of, I'm not willing to tolerate anything. But you do have the flip side, like you're talking about. You feel a karmic connection with them. You've always felt a karmic connection with them. If they would reciprocate, if they would not play the games, if they would just sit and enjoy the process and enjoy the relationship, y'all'd be together. But they just can't. And that is the biggest problem, right? And the other problem, I just can't change them. Because a lot of times if you could just flip a switch, change them up, make them more serious, make them more focused on what they need to be focused on, it'd be so much better for them and you. But, that's not life. That's not life at any way. All right, anyway, we're lost without him. Feel weird and empty. How is he feeling? Knight of Swords says he's doing his own thing, really, right? Fox Magic, thank you for your donation. A Knight of Swords is a difficult card for this. It's not like a Two of Cups where I miss you. It's not like a Lovers, a Ten of Pentacles, a Ten of Cups. I miss you, right? A Seven of Swords, I miss you. You just don't have the feeling here. You have the feeling of building their life, building things from the ground up, making things happen, and just sort of moving past the interaction. The Nine of Coins. Taking pride in what I have. They enjoyed the time together. If they had some more time together, they take it. But they just are at a point where they're trying to build stability. Because you said before, they're looking for stability. They're doing all this internal work. And a lot of times it's just to get stability. They're still trying to find that part within themselves. They're just going to keep on keeping on. Knight of Swords. I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing, finding people, doing the work, making things happen. They're just living their life. Queen of Wands, ultimately, it says they would love, and this is where N sort of settles down, right? They would love the long-term relationship because they've asked you before. They would love it, but they can't stop the behaviors that create death for a long-term relationship. And I think that's the problem. The Queen of Wands, the behaviors and the feelings mix is just a bad mix overall. But I think that they're just moving on, right? They're moving on from where they were. Morlinda, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We've got a healthy queue tonight, my friends. It's packed full. We got a couple of Charlie Bear, Stephanie, Morlin, twice Fox Magic. We got everybody in the queue. But for right now, let's hop over to PayPal for a minute. PayPal is waiting. Got a couple of nice donations over PayPal. Thank you all for your very generous donations tonight. I greatly appreciate you. All right, let's look at Denise's question first. Denise wants to know. By the way, we're switching to Amy Dex. Denise wants to know something, and they want to know a question. So I need to scroll up and find out the question because my program seems to have freaked out. Okay, question: Will Brad do something? Okay. All right, Denise, back my packages he's hiding from you. Oh, wow. That's a new one. That's a brand new one. You know, I'm going to be at 40,000 readings by the end of the year. And this is the first. It's the first question like this, but we're going to see where it goes. Will Brad give me back the packages they stole? They hiding it. Where are they hiding it? Where are they hiding it, and why are they hiding it? Let's get down to the nuts and bolts here. Try to figure out where are they hiding it and why are they hiding it. Little Buddha Tarot is out tonight. Andrew is excited. Boo Boo's excited. All right. They're hiding in their house is where they're hiding. I can tell you that now. Okay, well, let's go through. You made a very generous donation. Thank you so much. Let's go through all the details. Nitty gritty details, because I am all about that detail level. Okay, they're hiding it in their house. Okay, that's where they're hiding it. So in case you're wondering, like, where's it at? It's in their house. Okay, you got the Four of Wands. They're hiding it in there. They got it under protection. It's pretty well hidden too. Feels like that they took a little more work than they should to be hiding this kind of crap from you. Page of Swords, so they just don't want to talk to you about it. They want to talk to you about it. I think they're a terrible liar. I think if Brad goes in here and Brad tried to lie, everybody in the group would be like, dude, Brad's lying. I mean, you know, he wouldn't make it like he's on a talk show like Jerry Springer. It wouldn't make it, right? He's just a terrible liar. He doesn't want you to know anything. He doesn't want to talk to you, sort of dodging you when he can. Hierophant says, Hierophant, why the hell is he doing this? It starts to bug him. Later on, it starts to bug him, right? It starts to bug him a little bit. Okay, if it's not your house, it's somebody else's house. Somebody's house, not apartment, right? Not apartment, is a house. So be aware it's a house. So it could be somebody else's house. It is a house that is being hit at. Ten of Wands says it starts to bother Brad after a while. Brad's like, you know, this is a little bit concerning. The problem with him hiding this stuff is the longer it goes on, the weirder it gets, right? The Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. I'm possessed. I burped. The Three of Swords. The longer it drags on, the weirder it gets. Like if he just said today, let me give you your package. And you'd be like, cool. You know, it's the end of it. But then after like weeks and weeks, then it gets really weird. And it's going to get weird to discuss it. It's going to get weird to talk about it. The longer this goes on, the weirder it's going to get for both of y'all. Anyway, it starts to bug them. And you need to give them an open door to give you the packages back. In other words, like a door open where, you know, it's not his fault or something like that. So once you open the door for getting the packages back in a way that's not embarrassing to Brad, then I think that he starts thinking, you know, might as well just give the packages back. But yeah, something's going on. It's a house, like a literal house. It's not an apartment. It's not. Anyway, all right, you know, let's see what's going on. PayPal readings. We're still here. We're still here on PayPal. I know you guys are in the queue. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. We got PayPal readings. We're hopping over to Charlie Bear. We got Stephanie coming up, nice and clean tonight. All right, we're going to Carolina right now. I want to know, is it a good time to get a job or should I concentrate on home life? What a great question. Love this question. I love this question, and I love this deck. I mean, it's a monster. You know, the Cosmic Tarot is sitting over there. Joanna Nelson made that one too. But this is close to my heart. It's just close to my heart. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, we're going to see what's going on here. And we're still on Brad for some reason. We're on PayPal. All right, we're on PayPal. Let's clear out the queue here. All right, we got CM. Wants to know, good time to get a job. Okay, it's a good time to get a job right now. Lester, thank you so much for your generous donation. I appreciate you. Let's see what's going on. Good night, Boo Boo. Hope you have a fantastic one. All right. It comes ace. It really ain't. It's really not a good time to get a job. I don't know why. It's just not a good time to get a job. There comes a point where it is a good time to get a job. And the good news is when that time comes, it's super duper obvious. It's not like you need it's not like you need a subtle hint or anything like that. It's just going to be very, very obvious. Death card is not subtle. It's just not a subtle card. When it's time for a change, you could have a bunch of cards when it's time for a change. Death card's not subtle at all. So the good news is you're going to be able to instantly recognize where and when it is time to get a job. For right now, it's definitely not that you're definitely not sort of available for that. Definitely not something that you want to engage in at all. The reason we say that is sort of Ace of Cups. It's time for something that we enjoy. It's time for something focused on what we need to do. And Eight of Cups is abandon the job thing for now. Focus on what you need to focus on, and the job thing will be pretty obvious when it does come around. It's the way it is. The way it is anyway. You know, that was PayPal, by the way. And we got another PayPal. Thank you so much for your PayPal. Denise is coming in again. Denise, let me know what your other question is. In the meantime, let's hop on over to the Super Chats. We got Charlie Bear's got coming around with the double shot. We love the double shot readings over here. Energies, Charlie Bear, you know what tech I'm going to use for you, don't you? Charlie Bear, you know what deck I'm going to use for you? Charlie Bear's been around here enough times. Charlie Bear knows that one of my favorite decks is the Luna Bear Tarot. So Charlie Bear gets the Luna Bear because that is how we roll. That's how we roll. We don't play around on this channel anymore. It's straight up how we roll. Lady Vegas knows. What's going on, Lady Vegas? Good to see you again. Lady Vegas is becoming a regular again. Lady Vegas, it's so good to see you. All right, Charlie Bear. Energies around the wellness coach job. Yeah, that's a good job right now because there's a lot of, I need one of those too. There's a lot of wellness opportunities, wellness coach opportunities. Okay. The energies are, number one, it's a packed field, right? A lot of people have a wellness coach in their profile. A lot of people are like, hey, I'm just going to do this. This is something I like doing. It's something I'm decent at. You're going to have a lot of competition. 5 of Wands. You're going to go into a rather crowded environment. But, you know, you're able to sort of make yourself pretty cool. You make yourself sort of, and that's where you're at, right? The energies are, how are you going to distinguish yourself from everybody else? Because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people waiting to do that. How are you going to be distinguishing yourself from that? 5 of Wands says be distinguishable, be different, be unique. Overall, it's a good job. It's a good job if we can get it, right? We're looking at a thumbs up over here. A lot of people need this. It's a lot of good energies around it. The connection with the 2 of Cups is so important. It means I'm able to connect to somebody that needs me, somebody that's willing to pay me for a service that I'm offering. And I think that's where you're at, right? You're able to really connect with people. You're able to do the job well, but that competition, you need to be distinguishable from everyone else. Page of Wands, it starts off slow. Okay, it's what you're going to be there, right? It starts off slow, and that's what you're going to have to put up with because it's not something that's just going to be heralding as $100,000 a year in the first month. It just starts off a little bit slow again. It's what happens. Denise, I got your PayPal donation. Thank you so much, Denise. You're in the queue. We got you after Fox Magic, but Stephanie is next. Guidance for this weekend. I'm sorry, we got Charlie Bear had another one. Charlie Bear wants to know general cards for the next 6 weeks. All right, pretty specific time frame. Let's get pretty specific because that's what we do on this channel. We get a specific occasionally. All right, 6 weeks. The star, easy mode. See, this, I need to do a video on this. The star is easy mode. What I mean by that is the star is just a good card for a general reading because the star is a guiding light. So I don't have to guess. I don't have to assume. I don't have to ask somebody what I'm going to be doing, the specifics. The star says I'm being led from point A to point B, and that is very powerful indeed because that means it's easy mode. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to fight through it. Next 6 weeks seems to be just obvious what I need to do when I need to do it, and it seems to be a good flow overall. Now, I think that you get some opportunities. I think that you get a gift. Could be money, could be some opportunities. I'm leaning on opportunities right now. Leaning on opportunities. It feels like some other people are leaning on here. I think it's from your guides. I really do think it's from your guides. Your guides are indeed leading you along. Could that be related to the star? Maybe, but your guides are leading you in the next 6 weeks. I think it's important to listen to what they say, sort of looking at what you're doing. Because I think a lot of the things you're trying to accomplish in the next 6 weeks seems to be muffled, where I can't get it done. I'm having problems getting it finished. I'm having difficulty sort of finishing it out. But yeah, there are your energies for the next 6 weeks. Indeed, Stephanie is up next. We got Fox Magic hopping back on to PayPal, getting Denise up in there. Denise got another question. All right, let's do Fox Magic. Morland, I did not forget about you, my friend. Morland, I got you in the queue. We're going to hop over to PayPal, hop back to Morland, back to Lester, making it happen. All right, Fox Magic, starting a company with the brother. Is it going to be something worthwhile? That's so important. That is so important because a lot of us have started new companies, new things. We're kind of excited. Well, you know what I mean? Because of that inflation and all of the other stuff. So, I mean, that's... You're kind of trying to find that extra side gig to make up for all of that stuff. All right. But we started a company with the brother. The good news is the brother is going to be reliable because it's family. So you know they're not going to screw you or leave in the middle of something. So, you know, a family. So that's going to be good. So we have that level of stability coming in, and that is critical indeed. Christina, welcome. How you doing? Man, this business looks clean. Damn, this business looks good. Fox Magic, this is magic indeed. Business looks so good. So good. Anytime you have a 3 of Pentacles, like I'm starting a business, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm chasing something, I'm chasing a job. 3 of Pentacles is like a home run. It's like just batting a home run. It flies out over all of the catchers into the stands. It bounces off one of the seats in the back. That is going to be exciting indeed. You got that 3 of Pentacles is so important with starting a business. It means it's solid, good foundation, good way to go. I like it overall. The King of Pentacles, a lot of money coming in, right? So you do have a very good set of money, very good set of reliability within this business, and I like it. I like it indeed. All right. 5 of Wands just kind of says, y'all ain't going to agree on everything. And because we're family and because we're kind of used to doing everything the way that we do it, man, it just feels like that, you know, y'all are going to have some disagreements. Well, there it goes. You're going to have to figure it out. The problem with having family is they're not going to hold back. They're not going to hold back on their opinions. That's what I'm saying. Stephanie is next. Stephanie, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. A little guidance for this weekend. What kind of weekend activities do you got going? Samantha, welcome to the stream. Good to see you as always. Yeah, guidance for this weekend. Let's see what kind of things are happening. We got Friday tomorrow. We're getting it done. Queen of Swords, man, you really need to be strict this weekend with your time. You really need to be strict. It's like somebody's wasting your time. You got some things that are pulling you down, some things you aren't quite prepared for. You need to be careful this weekend and prioritize you. Prioritize your time because it feels like a lot of people are wasting your time this weekend. Queen of Swords, I have people working against me, basically, right? Queen of Swords, I need to be sort of poignant. I need to be very assertive. I need to be on target with what I need to get done this weekend and what is going on this weekend. Because it feels like a lot of people are wasting your time. They're using you maybe a little bit, you know, a little bit of, hey, can you do this? Can we do that? I think you sort of had that mode. You definitely need to be on target with that. The Star. This weekend launches a new journey for you. I really think it is a new journey. It's something that you're going to be excited about, something that you're going to be, it's like a spark. It's like a spark, right? It just feels like something's up. Something needs to be done. Something is exciting, but I haven't started it yet. Something's exciting, but I'm just not quite ready to pursue it. But the spark occurs this weekend. So if you have that feeling or get some excitement about something, don't just throw it off into the sunset. You need to write it down. We need to document this. We need to figure out, how can I do this? How can I do this successfully? Because you're going to say, there's no way I can do that, right? There's no way I can do that. Like me with oil painting, right? So I like oil painting. I tried it one day. And what I tried, even though I've never tried it before, it was really good. And so I took this guy's class and I made another one that was really good. And so I posted it on the little classroom forum. Everybody was like, Jesus, that looks great. I didn't know I was good at it. But one day I just had this spark of, I need to try this. And it wouldn't go away. It wouldn't. But I don't got any oil paints. I got a stupid canvas. I don't know nothing about oil paint. So one day I decided to try it out. And now I do oil paints all the time. But the Four of Swords says this is something you may have to wait, right? You may have to wait to get the canvas. You may have to wait to get the paint. You may have to wait and learn something about the spark before you embark on it. So this is not maybe something that you go for this weekend that you start, but it is the beginning of the spark. Samantha, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. See, Stephanie, that's really specific. That's really specific, Stephanie. Stephanie, if you like that reading, Stephanie, you know what to do. You know what to do. Okay. Anyway, more. I said we're going back to PayPal. We're getting a ton of PayPal. Samantha's good with a double shot tonight. Samantha's burning up the credit card. Samantha, thank you so much. Denise is next. Denise is on PayPal. Denise wants to know something. Let's see, Denise. I confronted him. Here's my roommate confronting him. He was lying. He is a weirdo indeed. All right, Denise. Let's see. What kind of question you got? What kind of questions going on tonight for Denise? Donated again on PayPal. Denise, I got you. Denise. The donation says nothing. It says the word donation, though. So, Denise, I need to know what your question is. Let me know. I appreciate you either way. There we go. Ooh, the Waterfall Tarot's become the daughter's favorite deck to draw from. I like that. If y'all don't have the Waterfall Tarot by now, pick it up. Pick it up. I mean, I'm just saying, pick it up. All right, Denise asked the question. I got you, Denise. Dr. Mystical's up in the house. What is going on, Dr. Mystical? Good to see you. All right. Denise wants to know now. What are we doing? Speaking of Waterfall Tarot, we're going to use that. Denise wants to know, what's the motive of bride hiding the damn packages in the first place? Why people getting my packages and they're just hiding them around? What is going on? What's going on indeed? We need to figure this out because I think this is going to be important. We don't know where the packages are. Well, we know they're in a house, they're in the house, but we need to find out what's the motive. Man, the Knight of Cups. The Seven of Cups, the Lovers, the Eight, the Ace. This is going to sound weird, but I'm going to go with what I see. You got the Lovers. Why do we got the Lovers in here? Why do we have the Lovers in here? It feels like that they're using this to keep your attention or to grab your attention, which makes no sense. Maybe they have a crush on you. Maybe they're sort of trying to see where this goes or something like that. It feels like that they were doing it for attention, right? They're doing it for attention. You had two romance cards in here, though. What are they romancing? Who does that? That's so weird and awkward. Seven of Cups. They thought you wouldn't miss it. Here's what I'm seeing from the previous reading and this reading, right? The previous reading and this reading. It's almost like they hid them as a joke, or they hid them because they wanted your attention, or they hid them, because they just needed the attention. I don't know. Who flirts like that, though? And then it became a big deal, and then it became awkward, and now they're in a position to where if they admit that the packages they hid them. Now you're going to be really pissed, and now you're going to probably kick them out or whatever. But it started out as something lighthearted to get your attention, and now it's like much more serious, right? So, so now they're just going to lie, and that's the way it goes. They're going to lie, and that's the way it goes so far. Anyway, I do think they opened the packages. I really do think so. Ace of Swords. I got a knife out, open the package to see what's in there, right? Anyway, in my opinion. Now, entertainment purposes only. Never assume somebody has your packages based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. But that's what I see is going on. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, you steal their heart instead of their stuff. Yeah, that's the way it goes. All right, find out where they hid them. Find out where they hid them. That's the key. Morlinda's got the double shot tonight. By the way, the queue is pretty small tonight. We're just making a lot of progress in the queue tonight. Pretty clean. We got a couple of more Lens. We got the Fox Magic we did with the brother. We got Lester. We got YouTube, a user. We got a couple of generous PayPals. Thank y'all so much, by the way. All right, let's get the Morland double shot out. See what's going on. We're going to go ahead and start now with this deck here. Y'all know what it is? Y'all know what this is because I've used it so much on this stream, right? It is the Wonder World Tarot. By the way, the Tasty Tarot has been approved for Kickstarter. It's been approved. I need to launch it. I will be launching the Tasty Tarot on Kickstarter tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, like way, way early. So if you're looking for a fun, whimsical deck based upon food with a lot of pretty cards, very cool cards. I did a lot of work on this. It's halfway done. I just need the funding to print it. I need you to fund it so I can print it. I can get this to you. It's borderless, a lot of cute stuff. The thing about this deck is it keeps the Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. It doesn't throw the meanings out the door, all right? 7 of Wands. You're still being defensive, but you're defending a piece of cheese. So the meaning's the same, but I just made it cute. And I made it with sort of food kind of thing, right? So the meanings are still the same. The gingerbread man, the gingerbread house, still the happiness, right? It's still the open area of the field. It's still the small house, and still the little kids, the younger family, but it's just gingerbread. So same meanings. I didn't butcher the meanings. I just made them cute. And that is what I like about that tarot, because that's what you kind of need, right? YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. You want a Rider-Waite-Smith that I can read with, but it still has a good theme, because a lot of the food tarots right now are like a piece of pizza is the Ace of Swords, or no, I'm sorry, a piece of pizza is the Two of Wands or something, right? So I can't read a piece of pizza. So I wanted to create something. By the way, this deck is dedicated to Dr. Mystical. The Dr. Mystical is in stream now. It's dedicated to Dr. Mystical. He was my inspiration to do it. He told me to do it. And I got to do what Dr. Mystical tells me. I've learned. Anyway, more Linda. What's going to be like for me this week? 8 of Wands, Chariot, a lot of busyness. Very important that you're sort of busy. You keep busy. A lot of things going on. Don't fall behind. You really can't afford to fall behind. 7 of Swords. Some of the things, the reason I say that, they're going to load you up with stuff either next week or the week after. If you don't have things knocked out this week, you're going to have a problem. You are going to have a problem because you're going to be overloaded, and you don't want to get in that situation. Keep it clean, keep it good. 8 of Wands into the Chariot. Get busy, keep moving, keep everything active. What can we close out this week? What can we close out this week, right? And I think that's going to be the important question. So get everything done that you can, because a couple of weeks, got some things sneaking in here. They're sneaking in a new project. They're sneaking in some things that are happening with that. So yeah, you got to kind of be aware of that stuff. Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah, this is a great deck. Wonder World Tarot is awesome. All right. Any messages from the universe for the rest of the month? We're halfway through. We are halfway through with this month. What kind of universe messages do we got? We're going to keep on using the Wonder World because this thing reads like butter. It reads like butter. Stephanie, those are oysters. It's such a cute deck. All right. Have a bunch of strange questions to ask. Well, Fox Magic, I'm here for your strange questions. I can do anything, Fox Magic. I had some wild ass questions in my time, so I'm assuming that there's not something that's really going to throw me off base, But that's the way it is. All right, universe, King of Coins. It is time to make the money. It is. It is time to make the money. The rest of the month, you're going to have some good setup. It's going to be a little bit of a layup for getting you some money for the next few months. Neve, welcome. Good to see you. But yeah, the King of Coins, right? It's time to get the money. It's time to focus on the cash. It's time to focus on the project. It's time to get a lot of things done here. Because the Ace of Wands says new stuff is right around the corner, ain't it? New stuff is right around the corner. And you got to be ready for it. I think you are. Ace of Wands, I need to be up. I need to have that action. I need to have the fire inside me, and I need to get it going. And I think you're ready to do that, all right? Rest of the month. High Priestess, man. Picking up learning stuff is going to be so critical in June. It is going to be so critical for you in June. You don't want to play around. If you need the cert, if you need the training, you need to get it in June. June is going to be your hot time to get this done. Wrapping up a lot of stuff in the next 2 weeks. After that, it's time for training. It's time to expand, because I think we have opportunities to expand our knowledge, to expand sort of our presence with some stuff. I think that's going to work out well for us. Samantha, I have not forgotten about you. Samantha, you are going to be after YouTube user. Right now, though, we got Lester. Lester wants to know about a Scorpio. Does that Scorpio miss me? Do they still like me? Do they think about me? Do they go over there? Do they go over there and crawl around and sting people? I see what they're doing. See what they're doing. All right. We got a good deck for this. Wizard's Tarot. Another one from Amy. Another pure wind deck from Amy. Just got to get this done. We got a jumper. We got a 3 of Pentacles. Well, they kind of miss a little bit of an aspect. There's some aspects, Lester, that they do miss. I think there's some aspects that Scorpio does miss about you. Like you did this, you did that. You made them feel this way. For this person, you making them feel a certain way is kind of the big thing, right? It's more like your presence made them feel this way, and when you're around, when you were present, they felt good. They felt like things were pretty good with that. 3 of Pentacles, overall, I just miss the structure. I miss how they made me feel, but they do miss you indeed. 2 of Pentacles says they've thought about calling you a couple of times. Not every day, not all the time. They've considered it, right? Obviously, they didn't actually pick up the phone and call you, but that's the way it goes. Obviously, they didn't pick up the phone and call you. But the 2 of Pentacles says they considered it. They were like, well, it's maybe something that I want to do. It may be something that I'm thinking about. So they're sort of in that mode, right? I don't know how long it's been, but they're in that mode. 9 of Pentacles is overall, they're trying to build a stability without you at this point. 5 of Cups, they are still disappointed with some things about the relationship, disappointed with some things about that. I think their life is kind of lonely right now. They just don't feel like that they're satiated. They don't feel like a lot of things are good that are going on. They feel a little bit lonely, and the more lonely they feel, occasionally they're sort of like, hey, what is going on with Lester? I kind of miss him. Lady Jesus, thank you for the very generous donation. I appreciate you. All right. Let's go off to PayPal. I said it was a PayPal night, and it is a PayPal night. We got a couple of donations over here from Samantha coming up in here. Samantha, always good to see you. All right. What are CG's current thoughts and feelings towards Eric? Okay. Let's see what's going on with Eric. We're going to do a little bit of Ciro Marchetti because that's what we do. Love me some Ciro Marchetti. You knew it. You knew it was going to happen. A little Ciro Marchetti coming out here tonight. Okay. All right. Let's see, Eric. Fox Magic. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. What? Fox Magic. I have no idea. Is that a question? I love to answer your question, but is that a question? Are you asking, is Barbara Bush Crowley's mother? The timeline is not right, but let me know. Let me know what your question is. Is that the question? Anyway, thank you for your donation. Either way, CG's thoughts and feelings towards Eric. Jesus, not good. It doesn't look good, I can tell you that. We got the Lord of Defeat, first off. Sorry, the sort of the conflict that is in here. The Lord of Strife. The conflict that is in here. There's some fighting going on. There's some fighting happening, some fighting going on. Absolutely. What's going on with that, right? Okay. All right. We'll see if Crowley's mother. All right. We'll see. The Thoth is going to give me a paper cut for asking this question. You realize that, right? You realize that, right? Chiro has another Lenormand coming out. I got to be honest, I'm kind of getting burned out at Chiro decks. A little bit burned out at Chiro decks, unless he just really kicks up the graphics and makes it a lot different. Because I got 5 Chiro decks. I got 5 Chiro decks. I got 8 Chiro. No. I got 6 Chiro cloths. I have 3 Chiro boxes, which he doesn't sell anymore. 3 Chiro boxes. I got 5 cloths. I have 3, and I got two Chiro bags. I'm Chiro burned out. I gotta be honest with you, I'm Chiro burned out. Anyway, all right, CG's card. There's some fighting. There's some infighting going on, all right? Man, one of these people loaded up the other one with a lot of drama. They didn't hesitate. They straight up loaded them up with a lot of drama. The 3 says we're trying to be friends, but it just ain't working. I can try to be friends all day, but a little bit. I mean, I'm just saying, not a lot of amazing things going on there. Yeah, I think Crowley's going to give me a paper cut with the thought for asking that question. We're going to see, though. We're going to see. Why did CG stick up for E after he treated me like crap? All right. Why did CG stick up for E after he treated you? All right, so something's going on with that. They treated you like crap. What's going on? Why do they... Oh, they feel obligated. It's like a dude. It's like a dude code. They feel obligated, a little bit obligated. Somebody owes somebody something. They sort of owe somebody something. Man, look at the blinded aspect of this. Samantha, look at the blinded aspect here. It's blind faith. It's blind devotion. It's not like they went logically and said, yo, what are you doing with Samantha? Samantha's this great person. You treat her like crap. It's not like this logical thing. It's based purely on emotion, right? The king, the bro code. So like the bro code or something going on there. Blind devotion, right? Blind devotion. I'm not using logic. I'm not scanning anything, Overall, it's just something that they're supposed to do. So if you're thinking that they logically should not do that, well, you're correct. But there's just a lot of blind devotion going on in there, in my opinion, at least. And that is the end of PayPal, I think. That's the end. Yeah, we got a good PayPal. Ooh, that's a nice PayPal. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you. YouTube user is next. We got Lady, we got Fox, we got Brittany. We're loaded up tonight. Brittany, thank you so much for your donation, by the way. All right. Let's see what's going on here. YouTube users got a question below. What kind of things are we getting happening here? A and P are married co-workers, and A is drama. And I put her in her place. I said, stop the drama. She definitely doesn't like me. But what about P? What do they think about me, right? What do they think about me? How does they view me? So we made one of them angry, and we want to know if the other one is going to do just like the Samantha Reed with this blind devotion garbage, right? Because ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that indeed. Let's see what's going on. Didn't order the Mystic Palette because it's pricey. It is pricey. It is pricey. But when you donate something to me, I want to use it to give back. So when I get a donation, I like to give back to the community, right? I'm going to order another tarot deck. I'm going to order something risky on Kickstarter, right? That's kind of risky, that could be bad. It could be good, because I'd rather spend the money on Kickstarter and let you know it sucks so you don't waste your money, because Kickstarter is expensive. Like $80, $70 for a tarot deck now. For the oracle that I showed earlier today, it's $75 for that thing. I want you to see the cards before you spend $75. And that's what I use your donations for, to get the stuff early, show it to you, let you know how it looks, how it feels. We're going to read it on the stream. So many people just buy a tarot deck and it's a terrible read. It's a terrible reader. I go on the stream and I read with it because I want to see, how does this thing read in real life? Because a lot of people just like flip through the deck and you never see it again. No. Let's read with it. How does it do? Is it terrible? Are the images don't relate to anything? We need to see these things, and that's what I do on the stream. So that's kind of my goal. Anyway, all right, you tick one of them off. Does the other one not like you? The other one's smart. The other one's pretty intelligent. The magician. They kind of know what's going on. There's a level, right? There's a level of devotion, of course, because they're in a relationship and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The Ace of Cups. I got a relationship. I got to be able to, you know, sleep with this person at the end of the day. So no, I'm not going to say YouTube users are a fantastic person or anything like that, right? King of Cups. They're going to be emotionally distant from you, but overall they like you. The magician. I like you. You seem to be okay. They're intelligent. They understand. It was just something, you know, something where they need to be put in their place. Because a lot of times you're in a relationship, right? And this person's working your freaking nerves. And when YouTube user tells them off, you know, you're laughing on the inside. You can't laugh on the outside because she'll stab you, but you can laugh on the inside. So that's kind of what's going on there. Yes, $75. Yeah, Lady Diane. So the tarot that I showed earlier today on the flip through, I went to their site and it's $75 for 50 cards. So I think you do get, I think, like a book and a bag and stuff like that. Here's my goal with tarot. Okay. If I am going to sell you something, if I'm going to sell you something like the Tasty Tarot, I'm going to give you a cheap version of this where you can just get the deck, right? The Tasty Tarot is $39. That's cheap. That's 2019 prices. Okay. But I want you to have an option. I just want the deck, bro. I just want the deck, right? I just want the deck. You don't want the bag. You don't want the cloth. I just want the cards. And I'm going to give you that option. I'm not going to force you to buy all the stuff. So you're going to get an option. You want the tarot by itself? You're good, right? You want the cloth by itself? You're okay with that? I got one of those. You want a back issue of the, you want a back issue of an old thing? You want an ebook? I got you covered, right? You don't have to buy a set of stuff for a lot of money. And that's kind of where I think everybody should be, because it does work my nerves a little bit sometimes when people do charge you a lot of money and they throw a bunch of stuff in there. I'd like the option to piece it out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in my opinion, that's just my opinion about selling stuff. All right. Let's see what's going on. Still planning on looking for a new job. Will the next long-term section job be a current company or a new company? And let's see what's going on with that and all of that. What was it? You got to be subscribed. Yeah, you got to be subscribed, you know? Anyway, so in case you're looking for it, by the way, let's look at channel content real quick. What's the name of it? The Revolving Time Oracle. The Revolving Time Oracle. So I went to their site. It was like $75. And anyway, go to the video. There's a link in the video where to go buy it. Okay. But that's just my opinion. Obviously, they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that bought their stuff. So I may be the only one that has this opinion. Anyway, but if I'm going to sell you something, I want to give you options to where you can piece it out, but other people, they do their own thing. Still fun. Would it be the old or the new company? I really think it's going to be the new company is going to have a lot better things, right? A lot better things to happen. A lot better things to happen. Where is the Tasty Tarot available to purchase? Lady, on Kickstarter tomorrow, it's going to be up. If you're a subscriber, you're going to get a notification that it's available. I'm going to be making videos. You're not going to miss it. Trust me, you're not going to miss it. We're going to have videos. We're going to have flip throughs. We're going to have previews. I'm going to take your advice, right? I'm going to ask you for advice. What do you want to see? What kind of things would you like? And stuff like that. If you're a Patreon subscriber, I'm going to put your initials on a card too. Anyway, it's going to be, so the question is going to be the new job. The new job is where it's going to be. So I think that's where you're at, right? A successful job is going to be at a new company, the Three of Swords. You're kind of burned out of the old company. Thank you, by the way, for very generous donations. CM and Denise, thank you again for your donations. The Chariot, right? Lack of movement equals stagnation. You need the new job. I think that's going to be important indeed. And that is what I think. That's what I think indeed. Lady is next. Lady, thank you for your very generous donation. I appreciate you. Lady wants to know, will my YouTube monetization be approved? I had a few corrections. I had to dot some I's, cross some T's. Will this get approved? Let's use something rock solid on this and get it done. I like the Gregory Scott Tarot for this, making it happen. Denise, I got your other donation. Thank you so much, Denise. Let me know what your question is. All right. By the way, CM, your question just says reading. Let me know if you have a specific question. If not, I'll give you a little bit of a general action. A little general action indeed. All right. Let's put a lot of cards down for a simple yes/no question. Why not? Why not? Let's put a lot of cards down for a simple yes or no question. The 9 of Swords. Don't worry about it. We can do that. Page of Wands. Yeah, did need a correction. It takes a little longer than you expected. Overall, I think yes. I think the monetization is going to be approved, right? They did have some clarifications, and I think they did have some clarifications for a reason. They were confused about something, or they needed to know something, and there's kind of in that mode of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Avantika is wide open. Please feel free to donate. We got you in the queue. 9 of Swords says, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got it. 9 of Swords is pretty positive. Reverse. It says, don't be concerned. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. Page of Wands with the Devil. It takes a little longer than you expected. It really does. It just takes longer than you would expect it to be, right? The Devil. They seem to be overloaded with stuff. I think right now they're understaffed and they're overloaded with work. That's what I think, okay? Because 9 of Wands talks about the victory, the celebration, leaping across, having everything that you need. You're going to get it, not going to be a problem. And the 9 of Pentacles talks about making the fat cash. Making the fat cash, that is what you sort of need at this point. So that's going to be great. Avantika, thank you so much for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I got you in the queue, my friend. But yes, yes, and yes. A little longer than you'd expected. Don't worry about it. You got it covered. All right. Let's see what's going on. We're going to PayPal in a minute. Before we do that, we need to find out if Barbara Bush is Crowley's mama. Is Crowley's mama Barbara Bush? Now that would be interesting. I don't know. We got to use the Thoth. You said the Thoth, and that's a given. That's a given. So we got to use the Thoth for this. We need to see what's going on here. Because, I can see Barbara Bush birthing out Crowley. I'm just, we're not getting political. We're not getting political. I'm making a joke. All right. I know nobody likes politics with the tarot. Okay. Anyway, are we going to be able to birth it out? Birth out Crowley. Oh, man. I think that they have some sort of a karmic connection, though. I think they have some sort of a karmic connection. I do. We have a little bit of sort of a level of control here. And I think that Barbara Bush indeed has that level of control. You do also have the little bit of a cup action here. In other words, sort of a family thing, family related and whatnot. Very interesting. We have sort of the pride. So Crowley did a lot of stuff. He was a world record mountain climber. Okay. He spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money on that. But he's a world record mountain climber, a lot of accomplishments. In fact, one mountain that he climbed, to this day, nobody else has climbed it. So he actually made a lot of progress, a lot of good things in his lifetime. Now, y'all can be like, but he did this and he did that. I'm just saying what the thing is. Anyway, there is a karmic connection between Barbara Bush and Crowley indeed. I think Barbara Bush sort of had that same sort of effort, the same kind of focus and whatnot. So I do think that they're related karmically, but I don't think that's like a reincarnation of his mom. I just don't think there'd be a reincarnation with his mom. in just my opinion, right? You just don't see any related kind of things. A little bit of a 4, some 3. I don't see a 10 of cups. I don't see a 10 of pentacles. I don't see a 6 of cups. Just, 4 of wands. All the stuff that I would kind of expect, especially like the Empress. The Empress would have been just a guaranteed thumbs up. But this just feels like no, but I do think that they're karmically related indeed. All right, and that is my interpretation of Crowley's Mama and Barbara Bush. Will there be a book for the Tasty Tarot? I'm including a previous book I wrote, but with extra stuff for free. So yeah, extra stuff for free. Christina, I got your donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the book is going to be 200-ish pages, and I am adding. So the front of the book will cover all of the Tasty Tarot cards. So I'm going to explain what the symbolism means and stuff like that. So you can snag that as a PDF file if you want. I'm also going to make dedicated videos. So if you want it in video format or you just want to hear it audibly, then you can do that. So I'm going to make dedicated videos to explain the deck, and I'm going to have a written documentation, which is downloadable on a little PDF, or you can download a big old book that I wrote before called, the book I wrote before the before the tarot guidance, the Mastering Tarot Combos. The front of that book is going to have all the Tasty Tarot stuff in it. Anyway, so I want you to have your audio book, video, read it manually. You're going to have a lot of documentation. Anyway, Brittany is next, has a couple of questions right here. Will I be fired from my current job? Oh, wow, that's rough. That is rough indeed. All right, let's lighten that up a little bit. Lighten that up with, oh, man, if I get fired from the job, I guess this might hurt, Tarot. That'll be interesting indeed. This might hurt, Tarot. Could be cool. All right, let's see. Fired from the current job or not, This Might Hurt Tarot has our information. By the way, after this reading, we're going on to PayPal. We got Avantika, we got Denise, we got CM, we got Christina. Knock all of them out. And YouTube user, be the last reading tonight because we are ending soon. Let's find out what's going on here. All right, will it be fired from the current job? Yes or no? All right. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. Never assume you're going to be fired based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. The Moon, the Ten of Swords, the Strength. Doesn't look too good. Looks like hanging on is challenging. I got to say that. Hanging on is challenging. The reason I say that is the Ten of Swords hurts. That is a conclusion. That is a wrapping up something. That is a conclusion, wrapping up something with strength. It says that we have the patience, we have the opportunities to sort of do something else, get something else, get another opportunity in line. The Moon says maybe it's time to take an adventure. Maybe it's time to go forth and get out of the pond and go across here on the land and see where it takes you. Because the Two of Wands says sort of looking out into your environment, it does seem that other opportunities may be a better fit, maybe a better fit indeed. So I'm not going to say if you're fired or not, but it looks like a new journey may be anticipated. It looks like something could be coming to a conditional close, and we have some patience. We have some sort of virility of us that are going to be able to get us through any difficulties that we had. Number 2, how does my Leo boss feel about me? Well, we just saw a Leo at the end of that reading there. That's interesting. Interesting. We had a Leo at the end of that. So how does the boss feel about me? Let's see what's going on. Two of Pentacles. They're making decisions about you. They have to sort of figure out where you're going, what you're doing, how it's going to be and whatnot. They do have more work for you to do. That is for sure. You have the Nine of Cups. I have more work that I need from you. I have things that you need to be doing. Overall, the Nine of Cups points to sort of giving you more tasks, seeing you multitask. It seems like multitasking is a pretty heavy component with this. Hanged Man, they don't see the same way you do. They have different opinions. They have different sort of ideals on how things should be done than you. Hanged Man, a different sort of opinion there. Page of Wands, it feels like a lot of times they give you something and the catch-up speed is not something that they want. And the Two of Pentacles there, making decisions about what's going on with that, right? Making decisions, juggling things out, and all of that stuff. Brittany, thank you again. I appreciate that. As always, entertainment purposes only. Never assume anything about your job based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Cassie is next. Cassie is next. Let's see if Cassie's here. That is the wrong person. Cassie, here, there. I don't know. I don't see Cassie. So I'm going to assume that Cassie just wants a reading. So their very generous donation, by the way, says reading. So we'll do a reading, I guess. We'll make a reading. By the way, we are on PayPal, my friends. We're sort of figuring out where to go on this PayPal donation thing. And the first one up is going to be Cassie. Cassie wants a reading. We're going to give Cassie a reading. All right. See? Reading. So what's going on? All right. Nothing specific. Let's see where we're going to head in this thing here. Cassie, if you have specific questions, let me know. Let me know. All right. Let's see. Seven of Swords. Oh, returning back to the scene, escaping something. Magician. The Moon and the Emperor. Jesus, that's a lot of majors. That's a lot of majors. Cassie, first thing I see here is a prevalent lean on majors. I think that you're at the precipice of something big happening in your life. By far, something big is happening in your life. Do you need to escape something to get there? Yes, though. What do you need to escape? What needs to be dealt with before you escape? I think that's the operable question here. What do you need to deal with before you can make an escape from something that is in your way? Because I think that you have a level of success that's going to be pretty prevalent and very prominent in your life after you get out of this situation, after you're able to escape with a little bit of the Seven of Swords action here. So I think that's going to be important. The Magician says you have the skills to pay the bills. Could be a new job opportunity. Could be another environment. Could be a move happening. So you have some options here. You have some opening. The reason I say something bigger and better, because you have the Moon into the Empress, which is insanely powerful. The Moon, almost like you're looking at a few months before this hits, a few months before this thing comes about, where you're able to get in there, make it happen, do some things, get some things going. Because the Emperor says you're overall in for a magical realm to where you are in control of money. You are in control of fate. You have a lot of interesting things happening in here. This could really be a dynamic position to where you're able to manifest a lot of interesting things that you you've had problems manifesting before. And again, a lot of majors. The Magician is so insane when it comes to getting what I need, what I want. The Moon, talking about a timeline of a few months. You're also talking about sort of inspired by something, seeing something, getting something done. And the Empress, a little bit of the pregnancy happening there, but the Empress is about taking control. It is about the command. We have the Emperor and the Empress format, right? Able to do that with a little more of a soft touch. And the Empress is also about creation, because you are talking about the three, the birthing aspect, what have you. So the Magician into creation, the manifest ability is just going to be on point soon, very soon. And I think that you're going to use that to create a new environment, to create something new and exciting that you can go forth and make it happen. And that is your reading, and hopefully that made sense. Anyway, we have Denise, Avantika, and Christina. By the way, we're still on PayPal. Let's figure out what Denise's question is. Let's hop over here. YouTube user is going to be the last super chat tonight. Denise wants to know. You just want them back. Okay. Denise, I have no idea what your question is. You probably typed it already, but I missed it. Let me scroll around, find out what's going on. We got more Lynn. We got Fox Magic. So Denise is hunting for her packages is what I'm talking about. They stole a roommate. If you have a roommate, don't steal the package. That's not good. It's not good at all. What are Vincent's current feelings towards me? Let's find out what's going on with Vincent. Vincent able to make you happy at this point. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. All right. What are Vincent's current feelings towards me? We're going to stick with the deck that we know, the Light Seers Tarot. Everybody loves this deck. Loves this deck, right? This is amazing. Anyway, hopefully y'all love my deck when it comes out, because it's coming out very soon. It's coming out tomorrow morning. You know, y'all ain't going to miss it, because we're going to have all sorts of reminders that that thing is up there. And it's going to be the headliner on the news. We're going to have dedicated videos sort of flipping through, explaining the cards and whatnot. All right, Vincent's current feelings towards me. Good, good, good. Difficult, difficult. Why can't they express the feelings? I mean, that's what I'm asking. Why can't they express their feelings? They feel like they just can't. They feel like they're being held back. They feel like they can't express themselves truly. The Five of Wands, it just feels restricted. I can't do what I need to do. I can't express the way that I need to express things. Queen of Cups, Vincent's a passionate person. Vincent has a lot of emotion. Vincent's got a lot of exciting things in their life. They really want to share it. They really want to be with somebody. They really want to be active in your life and people's life, sort of getting that done. It just feels like they can't do it right now, right? They can't do it right now. Queen of Cups, very passionate, can't do a lot with it. Two of Wands, it feels like they're sort of looking for an outlet, or they're looking for you almost, like they're missing you a little bit, or kind of like, what's going on with this individual? Because the Four of Pentacles says, again, I can't express anything. I can't express myself truly, and all of that other stuff just doesn't make it. Just doesn't make it, right? Anyway, overall, the Five of Wands being held back from what they can do, being held back from what they want to do. But that's the reading. That is the reading indeed. Anyway, let me know. So yeah, scanning around, looking, restricted, internal conflict, but got some feelings in there. Got some feelings in there indeed. But man, everything's being pushed back. Everything's not really flowing the way it needs to flow, at least in that respect. Anyway, we're still on PayPal, by the way. We are going for Avantika. Reposted their question right now. Thank you all for reposting your question. I appreciate you. Avantika wants to know, what are Ashwani's feelings and intentions towards me? Let's lose this one. Let's get something else. Let's get I wouldn't mind this one at all. I would not mind this one at all. Love this one. It is Baba Studio Deck. Baba Studio Deck, Victorian Romantic Tarot version 4, the one that comes in the wood box, which I hope it doesn't warp, because my Chiro Marchetti boxes, they moved around a little bit. I'm not saying they warped, but they got a little movement to them. A little movement to them. I need to sell those boxes on Etsy. By the way, Etsy, link in the description below. Tomorrow, I do want to post some of my tarot decks and boxes and toys and stuff that I don't use anymore on Etsy, and sort of get rid of those. Anyway, what are Ashwani's feelings and intentions towards me? Four of Cups. Not a lot. You're paying a lot of attention to Ashwani, and they're not doing anything. I mean, you're paying all this attention, and they're like, I don't really want to deal with it. I don't really want to deal with it. It feels like it's not reciprocated. Like your attention is not reciprocated. Your love is not reciprocated. It feels like a lot of stuff is being not sort of expressed. The devil, too. It's almost like they want something a little bit more casual than serious. A little casual action. And there are Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Man, I think that they have intentions that aren't realized yet. And I think those are going to come around in the next few months, and then they're really going to kind of be more expressive. They're kind of be more dedicated. They're going to kind of be more up in your face, right? They're sort of up in your face with this. I think basically they turn around very quickly once they start turning around in a few months. The Devil card, nothing can happen yet, but they do turn around. Three of Pentacles. I'm working on something. I have a change of heart. And the Ace of Wands, I need to get a fiery aspect going. I think that's what they do. So the feelings are that they're not really reciprocating what you're doing. It feels like everybody's having a celebration around them, but they're just sort of ignoring all of that and being in their own little world. It does change. It absolutely does change in a few months. And I think that they are very more receptive, more expressive once they're done down through that path. Anyway, Christina is next. And by the way, we're still on PayPal. We got a YouTube user after Christina, then we are out of here tonight. Gonna go eat a banana and take a shower. Avantika, we just did. Christina reposted her question too. Thank you so much for reposting y'all's question. I appreciate you. Okay. And the reason I say that is because I wrote an app that keeps track of y'all's questions. So, I wrote an app that keeps track of the questions. And when you type it, it makes it a lot easier because then I don't have to type it because I'm lazy. What is blocking my energy? Worrying too much about other people, number one. You're just concerned about other people. The Five of Wands. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. Look what they're doing. Look what he's doing. Look what they're doing. Don't be concerned about other people. Just give it up. Do not be concerned about other people. Be concerned about you. Be concerned about removing blockages, making yourself happy, getting what you want done. Make yourself successful. Christina's the one that does that. You know who else makes Christina successful? Nobody. Christina does. Don't worry about other people. It's blocking your energy. Knight of Wands. You need to focus on one thing and make it great. You're too spread out. You got this and you got that. The Three of Wands, always looking for the next big thing. You need to focus and you need to make something happen and you need to make yourself successful with that happening, okay? Because focusing on more than one thing, you're really spreading yourself out and you're making mediocre progress on a bunch of mediocre projects. Mediocre progress on a bunch of mediocre projects. You need to make yourself great. Not successful, great. Three of Wands, stop looking at the next thing. There's no new thing. There's no next thing. Focus on the thing that's going to make you successful. Don't look back. And don't expect anybody else to make you successful. You will do that. And you will do that quite well. Anyway, that's my opinion about your reading. YouTube users got one last reading, and then we are going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. Going to have croissants for lunch. That's what I'm talking about. I want some croissants. Will N ever actually regret leaving, losing you and stuff like that? Will they regret it? Or will they just sort of go through their life and do what they do? And we'll get the Kawaii Tarot for this last one. Making it happen over here. Ooh, I do love me croissants. Makes me, I don't know, but I've been too many salads. I've been doing salads, green smoothies, and I tried a piece of chocolate today, and I was like, Jesus, have Jesus. It meant it be like ripped through me. It's a little TMI there. Will N actually regret losing me? Absolutely. The Ten of Wands. It's going to burden them for a long time. It's going to be a problem for a long time. Ten of Wands, they're going to have to carry that around knowing they were the problem and they made it unsuccessful. They were the failure. The Hierophant says that they thought they were being serious, right? I thought I'm being the Hierophant. They thought they were being serious, but in reality, they just weren't. The Three of Coins, so they're getting you on the carousel. They're riding you round and round and round. At the end of the day, they are going to regret it. They are going to carry that weight forever. They'll make it happen. They're going to carry that weight forever. And that is it for me, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate all the donations, all the cool stuff, hanging out. We will see you on Friday tomorrow.